saw him with this hat on, and I didn't know whether it was a nurse's hat or what he had on. But he would come and get napkins and stuff from the laundry where I worked part-time. And I kept looking at him, and I think he looked at me a little bit, but I wasn't quite sure.
So we spoke, and I gave her my name, introduced myself to her. She introduced herself to me. We realized she was a student at Baptist College, and I was a student over at Shorter. So, for some reason, it looked like every day we would meet at the time clock.
Clocking out because he had his jacket on, little jacket that was made out of worn down leather.
And I can just reflect back on this. I knew that now it was nothing but the timing of God that this young lady would be my mate. And we talked, and after about 2 weeks, I decided to invite her to a flick, which in that day we called it a flick, but it was a movie.
And I really didn't know what a flick was. So I told him I would. And after I got home, I found out. I asked what a flick was and found out it was a movie.
So she decided, she accepted it and said she would go with me. And we went out we were going to, 62 Falcon, and I picked her up at her apartment, and she let me escort her to the movie. I got to the movie, and I realized I paid money to park on the parking lot, but that was my movie.
Picked me up in a little Falcon, a little green Falcon that he had. I think it was a community car because everybody rode in the Falcon. And I told him, just park on the street because I was trying to be conservative. Oh no, he's going to park inside. He went and parked inside, paid the guy, and when he got up to buy the tickets, he had no money.
I didn't have money to take her to a movie, so we rode and talked.
Needless to say, we didn't attend the movie that night. But I learned even then, that he always aspired to do more than he could possibly do.
So we rode and talked. And after that, we would constantly look like every time I would clock in, at the time clock, she would clock in too. She was there.
And he was just very respectful, and I said, hey, and plus he was good looking. And I thought, hey, he's not so bad. And then, but those were some of the qualities that I first admired about him.
And it built from there. And I realized that she was a lady that I would love to spend my life with, and I've spent a great life with her.
And I would see him go to the washateria with his grandmother's clothing, his mother's clothing, and he would always wash them and just pile them up in the basket. So I told him to let me go with him, and we folded them. So when they went back folding, his mother wanted to know how did they get folded. So finally he took me over, and I met her.
I was directed in the right path to be the person that will accept her to be my special person in life, and marry. So we were engaged, and make the long story short, we ended up being married. There was a lot of things that I didn't know.
And as I don't know whether I previously stated it or not, but I'd always had to defend for myself. And I found out that, and look at how he protected his family, worked with them, and how he did for his friends. His little brother, Bruce, at that time, I thought, hey, maybe I don't have to protect myself. Maybe I have somebody else that can be the protector for me, and I won't have to just do it by myself.
There was a lot of things that I didn't know that she informed me about. She informed me about being a good person, and she's a very good person, and I realized that I had a gift, and she's been my gift from God for the last 50 years.
And then I found out even with my children that when I was going to school, he would be mama and daddy to them because I would have to leave from work and drive to Arkadelphia, and he would get them and feed them and have them ready. They'd be in bed by the time I got in at night. And then sometimes when he was working at a different job where he had to work from 11 to 7 in the morning, and then he would go on another job, I had to do the same thing for the children.
And not one time, but one time, she put my clothes out. And I knew then that my father said, once you leave home, son, you can't come back.
I always knew that he had my back, regardless of what, whatever was going on. He was just there, the same way he is in the church. I mean, anything that anybody wants done, Deacon Barton will do that. He's fully committed. He does not stop until he has completed what he has to do. And it's like he's programmed to be the one, if he's called upon, to get the job done. And he's certainly done that in our marriage and for our family.
Son, you can't come back. So I pleaded with her to let me and my clothes come in. And ever since then, it's been a gracious life. And I enjoy every day letting everybody know that she's my wife.
He completes me, and I'm thinking that he told me that I complete him, and I hope that I am. And I know my fulfillment is within him and God. Between the two of them, the goals are being met.
And it's been the time of my life has been a great life. I have no complaints.
Marriage between three people, or three entities. It's between the husband, the wife, and God. That triangle there. And if the triangle is there, and you ask God in all of his ways to acknowledge you so that your path can be directed, then he'll do just that.
Never have we separated. We've always been together. She's my best friend. She's my prayer partner.
We do everything together. Even though we have two vehicles, we ride together in one, because this is where we fuss sometimes and where we talk. But it's together. And we even tried to get that clock when they sold the hospital. But I think it was too late, and we had no idea where it gone, because it, meant a lot to us. And it started the beginning of our life, actually, our relationship. That I love him, and it's been an exciting trip. We don't know what's gonna follow, but I would like not to have it with anyone else but him.